Are snack bars really healthy? This is a topic we'll be covering on this issue of NurseWorks. Hello, welcome to NurseWorks in association with Tropical Pine Tree. Hi, today I'm going to revisit an article that I once wrote in NurseWorks magazine about 3 years ago. It was under the series, What's in Your Bag? In this particular article, I wrote about snack bars and how to tell which snack bar would be most nutritious. And I gave a lot of facts and figures so you could choose what was important to you. And I'll be getting to that soon. But I want to give you a quick overview of facts that you need to know when you're looking at nutritional labels. Labels can be quite misleading. A lot of companies will put their information in grams. Some will put them in calories. It's kind of like measuring apples against oranges. If the two units don't match, it's confusing and you can't make a good decision. Some will write their total fat calories in grams, which is really misleading because you can look at it and say, well, hardly anything there. That's a good bar. For instance, the Kind bar does this. You might see 21 grams of fat listed on their label, but those are grams. Those aren't calories. So you need to multiply that number by 9. And then when you do the math, it's 110. Also, the size of the bar can be manipulated as well. They can do the size in grams instead of ounces. And there's so many different calculations you'll need to know. But I think the biggest thing that you want to know is how many total fat calories there are and how many protein. Most people are interested in those two things. And you'll notice that some packages make the nutrition labels really difficult to read, such as the whey protein bar. Their information is written on a shiny foil wrapper, and the information is written in a very light font, and it's very difficult to read. There's one thing I consider a red flag when I'm shopping, and that is if I cannot look at the nutritional values and make sense out of them. If I have to do figuring, if I have to convert grams to calories, ounces to grams, I could easily make a mistake, and it takes up too much of my time to actually go and figure it out. I consider that a red flag because even though the information is there and I'm sure it's correct, it's difficult for us to read. And so I would rather buy from a company who puts their nutritional information out in a clear, concise manner. I had an idea. Let's go to Valencia College. My daughter attends this college, and so we thought we would go up to different people and we would see their reactions when they found out what the nutritional information was on the bars that they were eating. 2 nurses on the bench, very interesting people. Unfortunately, I did not have my camera on record, but I would like to thank them for their information and their graciousness in talking to us. If you were to look at the nutritional label, what would be the first thing you would look at?
The grams and how much sugar in it.
Okay. And do you think that the nutritional labels on the snack bars, not just this one but any of them, could be difficult to read?
Sometimes it just depends on like what you're looking for and then like the word usage they like use. Like some words are like big and it's just like where is it? Like what is it?
Do you think the labels on the snack bars are confusing at times?
Yes.
I agree.
You see like many different brands and like they're similar in names.
It's true. So this shows, you can keep that too. That shows you that one has 70 fat calories. So that's pretty high up in the calories, fat calories. But it also has 21 protein grams, which is excellent. Okay, of all the snack bars that you've seen out in the stores, what one do you think has the highest fat calories?
From brand name? Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
try to, I forgot the name. It's like a black and red. Completely forgot the name.
Oh, okay. Well, this one that we found out, and it's been 3 years ago, we did the survey before, and it's still the worst one out 3 years later. and that would be the Kind bar. And Kind bar has 110 fat calories in it, which is really, really high.
Yeah, it is. Really high.
This one here.
The only good thing about bars like that is like a lunch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you eat, it's like you're feeling full. You won't eat anything.
That's right. This one will fill you up.
Yeah.
This one has, if you ate the whole bar, which I would say, you know, it'd have to be a meal, is 117, but it's twice as big as the Kind bar. So the Kind bar, if it was this size, would have 220 fat calories in it.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So sometimes, it's recommendable if you try to buy whey protein and things like that, like shakes. Helps a lot too.
So as I was saying, like, yeah, sometimes it is like difficult to read like the nutritional facts on a label, but when it's like this right here, those are the 3 things I'm usually looking for.
Okay.
And it's like clear and concise right there.
Okay. We have looked at a lot of the snack bars. In fact, I did an article for a magazine 3 years ago, and we found one bar to be extremely high in fat. And so now it's 3 years later, and we revisited all the snack bars, and we find the same one is still extremely high. Do you have any idea which one that would be?
Is it, it's a snack bar similar to this? I don't know. I would go with probably either like a Cliff bar, a Luna bar, or a Snickers bar, like the Snickers.
Well, you would be wrong.
Oh, wow.
The worst one is the Kind bar.
Really?
Yeah, isn't
The
that
Kind
shocking?
bar? No way. I wouldn't have even thought that.
I wouldn't have either. Their packaging is kind of deceptive. Well, I wouldn't say deceptive, but it's difficult to read. They rate their fat calories in grams, and 1 gram is 9 calories. So if you're seeing 20 grams of fat, you say, oh, that's not too bad. But then when you multiply it by 9, all of a sudden it's like really high.
Doesn't the FDA require them to put certain things in a label in a certain format?
Grams and calories, it must not be, because I see it in a couple different ones, and that's one that does it.
Oh, wow.
And so anyway, I thought I'd tell you that.
Well, that's good to know. I eat Kind bars.
Well, let me show you on our thing, and we're going to give this to you anyway. Here's a Kind bar. It's got 1 ounce, well, 1.5 ounces, yeah. And calories are 190. The fat calories are 110.
Oh, good Lord.
And you talked about the Cliff bar. That's twice as much, and it has 45 fat grams. So the one you've got, Pure Protein, it's about comparable.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Fat calories, these are really, really low. That's a really good one.
Yeah, Pure Protein's one of my favorites.
I don't have the Luna bar on here, but last time when I checked, it was one of the best ones. Back in 2013, I wrote an article called What's in Your Bag? And every month we would feature something different. This particular month we went through the different snack bars. So I've compared here 2013 and 2017, what the differences were. You're going to see this in a different format than you're probably used to seeing. We took all the bars and mathematically did the magic to bring each bar down to 1 ounce. That way we're comparing apples with apples. So you see right here, ounces, they're all 1 ounce. And that way everything will add up equally, and you won't be making any mistakes. Now there are some differences, and that's what this is, the 2013. And the 2017, I put some notes. Here it says less than 65% fat. Well, here you see 31.65. Well, that's because we have 1 ounce. But actually in the bar there's more than 1 ounce, and so it equaled up to 50%. So actually the Balance bar has gained quite a bit of fat from the first year. The Tiger Milk has changed some. And here's the Kind bar I have talked quite a bit about. When you take it down to 1 ounce, it has a total of 78.1 calories of fat. And Think Thin was quite close behind it at 70.92, which kind of surprises me. It wasn't until we did the 1 ounce comparison to comparison did I find that the Kind bar and Think Thin bar were both very high in fat. So these are the 2017 facts. Again, we normalized it and put each bar down to 1. At the very end, my son came home and said, I have one more bar for you to try out, the Power Crunch. I put that in, and he said he bought it because it reminded him of Girl Scout cookies. So we added the Girl Scout cookie on the bottom as well, and this is one cookie. So when I thought the Kind bar was really high at 78.1, this Power Crunch is actually higher at 82.14. So now we have a new bar that is the highest in fat content. The Girl Scout cookie is actually kind of high too at almost 60 fat calories.
Thank you for watching. If you found our video helpful, please pass it along to somebody else. And be sure to like us and subscribe. You can support us through Patreon. Look at our cool rewards.
Normalized means to take all the bars down to 1 ounce. So if it is 1 ounce of the candy bar, we figure out what the calculations would be from that.